Okay, today I'm going to teach you how to cook tortilla de patata or tortilla espanola, which is the same thing. Whatever you want to call it, it's still the same thing. So I'm going to show you how to cut the potatoes. I already have one cut. See? So you get your potato, cut it in half, then another half, and then slice it about half an inch or maybe less. You do that with the other ones. I'm going to put on pause and then continue recording. Okay, see, they're all cut the same. And today I'm going to make a small one because I only have 5 eggs. So I'm making 2 medium potatoes I use. And then I already cut my onions. You wanted to see with onions. I already cut my onions, and this is how I do it. I don't cut them very tiny. They're about an inch. See? And then I'm going to use extra virgin olive oil today because that's the only one I have. I usually mix it with extra virgin olive oil and vegetable oil. So, hold on. And I'm going to cook the onions first. I put just a little bit of oil, maybe 1/4 cup. Oh, come on. I'm going to let this heat on high, then turn it on medium and cook the onions. And the oils is going to have the flavor of the onions when you cook. When you add more oil later, I'll show it to you later. I'm waiting for the oil to get hot. And then I'm going to do the onions and take it out. I'm going to salt the potatoes now. This is not good working with one hand. I usually spray it on top. Twice. And that's enough for me. Then I'm going to use more salt on the eggs. The onions are cooking, and they're cooking very fast, so I'm going to tune the stuff down like half. The onions are cooking, and the reason I put the onions first is because if you put it with the potatoes, the onions will cook faster than the potatoes. So you see they're getting a little golden. Pretty soon I'm going to take them out, then add more oil to the pan, and then put the potatoes in. The potatoes. And then right before the potatoes are done, I add the onions. See, this is what the onions look like. They're soft. They took about between 2 and 3 minutes on medium heat. Now I'm going to add more oil to the pan for the potatoes. Plenty of oil to cover the potatoes. And I'm going to turn the heat on. And pretty soon I'll put the potatoes in. And this is how you check if the oil is hot. You see that potato that drop in? That's a good temperature. So I'm going to drop all of them in. And let it sit for a little bit because the oil is going to get colder once you drop the potatoes in. So don't turn the heat down yet. I'm going to give it a stir just a little bit and let them cook, and I'll tell you when to put the heat down. I don't like to cook it with 100% with extra virgin olive oil. I like to mix the oil, but I don't have the other one. See, the oil, the heat of the oil goes down a little bit because the potatoes were cold. So as soon as I start boiling and sizzling again, then I'll turn the heat down. But let it cook. Don't start stirring, otherwise they're going to be mushy. Okay, they've been cooking for about a couple minutes. See, they're getting brown already. So now is when I'm going to stir them and turn the heat down. Got it? See, they're getting a little brown. They're not going to be mushy because I didn't stir them. I need a little tripod. I know I have one, but I don't know where to put it. A little too brown on some size. I think it's because of the oil. But these are going to be done pretty soon. What the heck, the video we're watching 20 minutes? No. Doesn't take 20 minutes. These are almost done. I'm going to turn down the heat a little more. While the potatoes are cooking, I got 5 eggs because I don't have any more. I would like to use maybe one more, I don't know, but I used 2 potatoes. And I'm going to put a little bit of salt on the eggs. And I'm going to beat the eggs. Now that the potatoes are almost done, I'm going to put the onions back in. And I need my other hand. There's the onions. And these potatoes are almost, they're done. So what I was going to do now, I'm going to put the potatoes and with the eggs. See, these are done. The potatoes are done. Okay, this is the consistency you want. See? I guess I should have maybe used 4 eggs instead of 5. Now I'm going to get a smaller pan and use the same oil, maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons to cover the bottom of the pan. Heat the oil on high until you know it's high and then turn the heat down. Once the pan is hot, I turn it down, and I think I'm going to turn it down one more time because this is high. So I'm going to pour this in here. See, it's already cooking and sizzling on the side. It's going to take about 3 minutes maybe to flip it over. I'll tell you how to test it in the bottom. With a tool, something like this. If you don't have something like this, just use a knife. You go on the sides and you look down, and it's already getting brown. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it, and I use my hands. But I'm going to use this because it has a handle, and it first fits perfectly in my pan. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. Okay, I already flip it. I think I already did this. And flip it on the sink, because you will be having running eggs on top of the stove. And to make sure it's done, you get a knife, and I look inside, make a little slit. If there's no running eggs, then it is done. And this is how it looks at the end. Perfect.